Everybody, welcome back. Today we're gonna talk about ICO. What is ICO? So ICO stands for Initial Coin Offering. So as the company in the normal company open IPO, Initial Public Offering, to sell stock. So cryptocurrency do ICO, Initial Coin Offering, to raise the capital for whatever their development or advertisement or whatever it could be, like they want to grow the company or whatever it could be. Basically they are trying to get the money, get the capital to launch their product. So so there's a lot of IQs out there, and it could be a great opportunity to get ahead and get the tokens at very cheap price. But there are a lot of scam website too. There's IQ without any reason. There's a joke IQ. There's ICO with the who has not a viable product. So it's up to you. You need to do research and everything. But we're gonna look at one ICO as an example. So hello Bloom. So this is an ICO, and I think that, yeah, they are the token sale is live now. So there's a time lift. So time lift is the Bloom token sales began in January 1st, 2018. So this is gonna go till this December. So there's 20 days remaining. Let's look at how much. So they already collected 43,417 ether, and they're doing is 41 million BLT remaining. So they are trying to uh, sell 41 BLT. So their token name is BLT, looks like. So let's look at the price. What is the price? Is 0.001518 ether BLT. I don't know how much that in terms of dollars, so let's convert that ETS to USD. Yeah, it's, come on. Okay, I don't know why it didn't work, but that did not work. Well, that's the same website. That did not work, so maybe that website is down. Okay, let's look at this. Ethereum to USD. USD. So about 95 cents, about a dollar. So okay, that's almost a dollar. So 95 cents. So well, the price changes because of the price of the Ethereum is going high again, but I think that's a really high price at this stage. So they are trying to get, how much they are trying to get. Hard cap is this many Ethereum. So they are trying to get 105,000 Ethereum. So if you look at that, okay, well, that's a little bit high, I think. They're trying to raise $65 million. I don't know whether they even have a product or whatnot, but let's look at that. So one thing we always look at is team. So what is the team like? Who are they? So let's look at the teams and okay, so let's go. Okay, teams and advisor. Okay, teams. So student computer science from Stanford, one of the best university in the world. Advisor, chemist, a Thiel fellow, mentor of the European Union. So that's a pretty good credentials right there. Ryan favorable behavior recruitment design delivers online psychographic data for user learns collective blah blah, now manager with 100 million annual digital marketing. So that's pretty good. Let's look at this. Daniel Moran studied computer science at Stanford, another Stanford computer science fellow, and Stanford University. So looks like a lot of people turn about this. There's a group system blockchain research organization. Oh, that's pretty good. So this guy is also from Stanford. So very solid team, looks like. They are researchers. they have a proven record for running company, and visa code, so that's a very good experience right there. And look at the advisor is co-founder Augur, that's another cryptocurrency, so that's a very good advisor right there. And lead project co-founder Aragon, okay, that's another crypto currency founder. Just serve the chips and European the SP product innovation. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, I know this guy. Shift Payment. Yep, CEO of Shift Payment. Uh, okay, that's pretty good. Cover District OS. That's a so very good advisor and also a very good team. That looks like a solid team. So in terms of team, I mean, I would give 10 out of 10. So that's how we rate, right? How's the team? So team, they got 10. Let's say price. I mean, I feel like it's really high right now. Usually during the ICO, it's like I've seen ICO worth like 5 cents or 2 cents, 3 cents, even less. So one thing is like the price is a little bit high, but teams look very solid. So we can look into it. Okay, where will be how will BLT be used? Okay, let's look at their white paper. Okay, we could even. What is Bloom? So Bloom is an end-to-end protocol for identity attestation, risk assessment, and credit scoring entirely on the blockchain. Bloom allows both the traditional and digital currency lenders to serve billions of people who currently cannot obtain a bank account or credit score. That's pretty good. I mean, I think right now everything, the market, the credit market is kind of controlled by FICO, the experienced TransUnion, uh, and the FICO score. So basically, like a lot of people who doesn't have a FICO are unable to get the loans or whatnot. So that's not the perfect system we have. There are 5 issues with current creditor that Bloom aims to address. That's okay. Issue number: high risk of identity thief. Yeah, that's true. Like I think it was last year or this year only, almost more than 50% of the data from one of the credit union was compromised. That's a big issue. So blockchain is one of the safest, because it's been proven, like everything is, you have a private key and a public key, and everything is encrypted by that. So basically, like, only if you know the private, then you know the information though. So that's even if they know the data, I mean, unless they don't have a private key, they cannot get all the information. So that's identity theft. So that's a blockchain definitely gonna help, I think. So cross-border cross, okay, that's true too. Cross-border credit scoring, so we don't have like so I have a credit history very good in USA, but if I go to, let's say, Europe, so they might not uh, honor my credit score here in US, so I need to start over and whatnot. So that's kind of like it's making it a global. So that's something. Credit worthiness, as many credit systems are resolved in the historical debt repayment and therefore cannot be easily. So credit worthiness assessment, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's flaws with our current system. So what else? Limited ability to expand borrows market with less financial regulation. Okay, so kind of telling to expansions and uncommitted credit scoring. Credit data is centralized. That's true. Only one or two company kind of has the monopoly on the whole credit system right now. The Bloom provides solutions like any lender authorized by a borrower to safely and securely issue credit to that borrower. The three main components of the Bloom ID, so basically identity management, Bloom IQ, not sure what that is, and Bloom score is basically giving you a credit score. So Bloom ID lets user establish a global federated identity with independent third party who publicly vouch for their identity information legal status. Okay, that's the identity management. So even there's status, right? So they could even people people check, people don't have to go through the documents, and it could save a lot of time for the companies for while hiring and whatnot, So Bloom IQ is a system of report tracking current and historical debt obligations that are tied to a user's Bloom ID. Okay, so if you have a user ID, and it's gonna have all the historical debt obligations that are tied to a user's Bloom ID. Okay, that's pretty cool. So basically, it will have all the your credit cards you have and whatnot. So basically, all the lending. Bloom scale is the dynamic inclusive indicator individuals are likely to pay debts that add up to the maturity of users' credit history. So this is just like a FICO score, and it's gonna update from time to time. Okay, Bloom token. So Bloom token is the whatever that's powering and attestations network currency. So okay, so they even have a credit card. So Bloom credit card. So basically, it just you can build your credit with the Bloom credit card. So that's kind of exciting actually. That's pretty good. The Blue really developed in five major phase. So Bloom added matching, credit staking, and okay, that's pretty nice. Let's look at the white paper. What it says: decentralized credit scoring powered by Ethereum and IPO. So they are running an Ethereum blockchain. So Bloom is a progressive credit risk through federated based. One thing with Ethereum is kind of scalability. Right now, I mean, you guys probably heard about CryptoKitties, so not really able to handle a lot of transactions. So if it's gonna be a credit scoring system, so they need to really able to scale it big. So if they have, especially when they have lot of information, so that's something. So it tells you about Bloom ID and Bloom IQ and Bloom score. Okay, yeah, that's true. So in 2015, the US Congress declared credit scoring to be monopoly controlled by just one organization. So that's so basically there's a monopoly. So there's something. So cross border, we already look into all those things. Okay, so FICO kind of control 90% of the US loans. So Bloom ID. So Bloom ID, they have three things: Bloom ID, Bloom IQ, credit registry, and credit scoring. So basically, you identify a person, then you link all their credit cards or whatnot, their history, like how they are paying or whatnot, to the Bloom IQ, and Bloom score gonna score based on how he is paying. Okay, that's pretty nice. Bloom protocol. Okay, so I don't want to kind of go over everything, but if you want to read, you could read everything about it, and it even have a snapshot of cell phone bill payments for scheduled date payments. Okay, so basically how they are. Okay, so loan contract, loan approved. So they basically loan. Alice applies for loans, and they see their credit score and everything, and if it likes, then they just approve this particular loan ID. So actually, it could actually save a lot of paperwork too. Like the identity has been uh, already identified. So these are the application of the blockchain. Like it could help in a lot of things. This could really saves a lot of money in the current our current technology too. So these are the good things. So I definitely like the project, and I think they have a really solid team. But one thing I don't like is the price seems like a little bit high. So I would uh, I mean, it's your decision, but for this, I would not buy right now, but kind of look into it, like when they come to exchange and hit the market and see how the price goes. Does it go down? If it goes down and you still believe in the product, then that's probably a very good time to enter. But right now, it's a little bit high price right now, before even having a solid product. But this looks promising. So this is just an example of how you evaluate an IC